Hi, I'm so glad you're here. So I'm going to say one word to you. Are you ready? Christmas. I know what you're thinking. Trees with lights and big packages and big smiles on your kids' faces and warm hugs. It's awesome, isn't it? I totally agree. But I want to tell you what I think of when I say the word Christmas. Are you ready? 18-foot trees and 12-foot wreaths and 50, 75, 100 yards of garland and 2,500 lights on that tree and no less. And let me tell you why I think that. I've been a Christmas decorator, a professional Christmas decorator for the last 25 years. And it's an awesome job, don't you think? You're right, it is. And I want to tell you, what's the best part of that job? For me, it's making things and designing things. Now, I went to art school, so of course that's really what I like. But I've talked to a lot of people, and people sort of yearn to make things, and they seem like I wish I could do that. And I've been thinking about it and thinking, you know what? I think that they can do that. I think that with a little bit of guidance and a little bit of help, they can do that. And why should I get to have all this fun? That's not fair. So guess what? Thinking about it and thinking about it with you in mind, there's something that I think you might like. I went into a paper store and I was looking at all this beautiful, beautiful paper thinking, wow, couldn't you just make beautiful, beautiful ornaments out of all this paper? But then I thought of two problems. One is not everybody can get to those paper stores. The paper is gorgeous. I love the rice paper from Japan and the beautiful hand-blocked paper that looks like from India. I don't know if it is or not, but just beautiful exotic papers. I love them. But not everybody can get them. That's the first thing. And the second thing is they're pretty pricey. They're pretty pricey. But really, that's okay. Some people could manage that, but getting your hands on it, that's another story. So I took a different approach. I thought, what if I could make a program or design something out of everyday materials? That was sort of a challenge I gave to myself. And that sort of sprung out of the fact that when I was really started my business, I made everything and designed everything myself, and getting materials together was a challenge. Getting the right fabric, the right piece of wood, the right color trim, all of that meant I was running around from here to there and everywhere. And that's definitely not, that makes it not fun. So what's the best way to make it fun? It's to make it easy and to make it so that everyone can do it. So here's what I did. Went into my local office supply store, one of those big stores that you see everywhere. They're in every mall and every shopping center. And I bought a package, just one package of 250 sheets of white cardstock. And I also gave myself the challenge that I wasn't allowed to buy any new tools. I had to use what I had. So let me tell you what I had. I had scissors, I had pinking shears, I had a hole punch, I had clips and paper clips, I had white glue, I had an X-Acto knife, a stapler, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I had, a ruler. I did have glue stick, although I don't think I used it in my book, but I have glue stick. And that's pretty much it. Maybe the odd thing here or there, I used a toothpick, but everything that I used was at home. I didn't buy anything new. Some novelty scissors that had been my kids when they were little. Anyway, so I bought this package of paper, I brought it home, and I designed some beautiful, beautiful Christmas ornaments, and I cataloged everything so that you can make them. And you can get the materials. You don't have to substitute. I promise you can get the materials, and they are beautiful, and you can be proud of them. So I'm going to show them to you now. The first thing I'm going to show you is this pretty flower. Isn't that pretty? So this is very simple. I give you all the instructions on how to do this, but just look at how pretty that is. I have this one, and I have a variation of this in the book. And really from the pictures and the instructions, you'll see the differences. But so pretty, so pretty. Here's the hanger on the back. It shows you how to do that. I also have this really pretty, this is one of my very favorites. I love tassels. I don't know about you, but how about this, a paper tassel? Did you ever think of that? So I did this, and one of the great things about this paper is that it really responds well to being manipulated. So if I want to, now I don't really want this to be curly, but you might want it to be curly. You could curl this whole thing up if you wanted to and have all different curls. But isn't that pretty? I love this. I think this is going to be so pretty on my Christmas tree. And then I have, where is my bow? Here you go. My bunch of bows. Now this you can easily make. I know it looks complicated, but I promise you that you can do this. Instructions are so easy to follow, and it's broken down so that it's just one single step at a time. So you don't have to be overwhelmed by this. You're not going to look at this picture and given the instructions that you need 18 slices of paper. Nope. Page by page, picture by picture, you're going to learn how to do this. Pretty, isn't it? And you can see I use the hole punch here, so that can be used as a hanger. The other thing that you can do is that you might choose to do is to take your hole punch and punch holes in all of these ribbons and change the look of it. That's the nice thing about these instructions, is that really you can make them your own. Because they're so basic, you could make this in color, you could paint it or use markers or glitter or any of those things you can do to these. Then I have this pretty bow. This is a pretty one also. This is very simple. It's complicated, I agree, but it's broken down with instructions so that you can absolutely put it together very simply. I love how the ribbon is manipulated so that it looks like a natural flow of ribbon, of real ribbon. Pretty, isn't it? Don't you think this would be pretty on the top of a Christmas tree? Maybe this one with another one backed up to it. And then the last one is a favorite, is a paper fan. Now this is really pretty, and you can see where pinking shears were used on this to sort of add some element, and also the hole punch was used to sort of make a lacy design at the end, and then just scalloped edge on the fan. So these are very basic materials and tools that pretty much everyone has. So what do you think? What do you think? Don't you think this would be fun for you to do this and to take some time just for you, or with your kids, or with your friends? I imagine a whole group of friends sitting around with just one package of paper and making a bunch of these ornaments together. What a fun project to do. What a fun time together. So I want you to go below, right below, click the button, and we will send you the ebook that will give you all the instructions in full color, detailed instructions with pictures on how to make these and more, not just these, but more ornaments. I would love to hear what you think. I would love to see some pictures, and I want you to have the best Christmas ever. So this is Michelle Tremblay saying Merry Christmas to you, and I hope to see you soon and to hear from you. Bye-bye.